Hello, I'm Yume. Now I would like to introduce Karuta, which is a Japanese traditional game. But have you ever heard about Karuta? Well, it's kind of like a card game. However, I don't think everyone understands it, so I will show you how to play it. Before playing Karuta, I wanna give you some explanations about the game. First, you need one leader and 2 or more players. So there are leading cards and there are picture cards that are picked up by players. The picture card has a picture and hiragana. Hiragana means basic Japanese characters and it has 46 characters in total. So there are 46 cards in total. Now let's get started. First, split out the picture cards to make it easier for players to see. Next, the leader reads the leading cards one by one. During this time, players find the picture card that matches the leading card as soon as possible. Repeat these steps until the leader finished reading all the cards. Finally, the player who got the most cards wins the game. There are Karuta for adults and for kids. We just played Karuta for kids. Children who are 3 and older are able to play it. This will make children interested in hiragana and will be a good opportunity to learn it. Therefore, it's still used in nursery schools and kindergartens. If you are interested in it, please play it. Next, I will introduce karaoke. I think some people have heard of karaoke before. Karaoke is very popular in Japan. Anyone from children to elderly can enjoy it. Therefore, as you can see from this video, there are a lot of karaoke spots in Japan. We can often see Manekineko, Big Echo, Karaoke-kan, Karaoke Banban. Among them, Manekineko is the most popular karaoke spot and there are 564 spots all over Japan. So we went to Manekineko in Shinjuku. So let's see what it looks like together. Like this, karaoke is divided into many rooms and we have to go to the designated room. Sadly, this time it was a very small room. And anyway, we have an all-you-can drink so we can bring our favorite drinks to the room. Then I wanna talk about the scoring function peculiar to Japan. Karaoke in Japan has various scoring functions such as how many points your singing voice is or what place your singing voice is in Japan. So you can choose your favorite function. You will be scored like this video. Here's the question. We have an all-you-can drink for 3 hours at karaoke. How much was it? The answer is 770 yen. It's about $6.7. Isn't it very cheap? Karaoke often has student discount, so it's a great place for students to hang out. However, the price will change depending on the store, weekends or weekdays, house-free system or free time, but you will be able to enjoy it for about $6 to $30. So if you wanna practice singing songs, please go there. Thank you.
Hello everyone. So I have one question. Do you know kendama? Please type in the chat yes or no. Kendama has 3 different cup sizes, 1 stick and 1 ball. You try to switch between three cups and stick the ball into the hole. So let's watch a clip about how to play it. Let's go! Hi, I'm Izumi. Now I will show you how to play kendama. First, I will do big cup. Let's go! Calm down the ball and pull straight up. Next, I will do small cup. Calm down the ball and pull straight up too. Next, I'm going to do middle cup. Bend your knees and catch the ball softly. Next, I will show you technique using the stick. With this technique, it's important for the ball to be steady. From now, make it a little difficult. I will play the technique called baseball. First, you put the ball on the big cup and hit the sounds like a baseball. So that is the reason it's called baseball. Next, I'm going to show you how to play airplane. The body swinging makes a sound like a flying airplane in the sky. This is called airplane. The important aspect is to pull toward you while bending your knees. Last one is around Japan. First, you put it on the small cup, then into the big cup, and lastly, stick the ball into the hole. I think this is the most difficult technique for me. It's necessary that the hole of the ball turn toward you when you pull straight up. I want to ask you, what is important to do when playing kendama? There are two answers. Please type in chat. Thank you for answering. The answer is 2 and 3. When you play kendama, you need concentration and you also need to bend your knees. If you pay attention to these two things and diligently practice, you will become a good kendama player. Next, I will talk about some of the history of kendama. There are lots of various theories, but the most popular one is kendama comes from France in the 16th century. However, at that time, it was not known as kendama, but rather le bilboquet in French. This has just one stick and one ball. When it came to Japan, 3 cups were added and it is now called kendama. Many children play it and kendama became extremely famous. I think almost all Japanese people have played it during their childhood. In 1975, Japan Kendama Association was founded in order to pass down kendama to future generations. This association made its official approval and rules, so that kendama could be promoted from a simple game to a national sport. Do you want to play kendama? Let's do it!
Next, let's take a look at some of Japanese culture sports. Now, I would like to explain about judo to you. Do you know about judo? Judo is kind of martial arts sport. It is a relatively modern martial art that was developed in Japan by Professor Jigoro Kano. This is a picture of him, adapting many of the traits and techniques of the much older martial art jujutsu. Kano studied under some of the greatest practitioners of the day before developing his own schools and exercises that he named judo. Next, I will explain about players and equipment. Judo is competed on a mat or tatami measuring 14 by 14 with a smaller 10 by 10 contest area marked within. Judo player must each wear a gi. This is a picture of gi. Wearing this is the key to judo. It's a traditional uniform originating from the kimono and the other Japanese garment. The gi must be durable enough to not easily lift and the arms and legs must be no more than 5 centimeters above the wrist and the ankles respectively when the limbs are extended. A belt must be worn which is wrapped around the jacket and tied with the traditional knot. There are many colors in the belt and they are color coded by level. Finally, let's talk about the rules. Before stepping to the mat, the contestant must bow. Before starting and after ending the game, the contestant must bow to each other and to the competition area. The rules of the sport of judo are complex. The object is to clean throw, to pin, or to overpower the opponent. The latter being done by applying pressure to arm joint or to the neck to cause the opponent to yield. Here's a judo video for you to watch. In conclusion, judo can create self-reliant people. By studying judo, we aim to develop a spirit of play, train the body and mind, the nurture people who can contribute to society. That's all for judo.
Hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk about sumo as well as sumo rules and techniques. First, do you know what sumo is? Sumo is known as Japan traditional sport. Sumo is the oldest sport in Japan and was originally a Shinto ritual in order to have successful harvest, which dates back about 1500 years ago. Moreover, most people over the age of 60 usually see it. However, it's not popular among the younger generation. A sumo match is performed in a ring called a dohyo, which is made of clay. Third, I'll talk about sumo rules and the difference it has between wrestling. Sumo rules are very simple. Sumo is not a scoring game unlike wrestling. You can win when you push your opponent out of the ring or when put your opponent's body on the ground. A sumo match is performed in a ring called a dohyo, which is made of clay. On the other hand, wrestling is a scoring game and is performed in a soft ring. Wrestling is a sport that the person with the highest points win in the end. I'd like to show you a sumo match from now on. How was it when you saw the sumo match? Finally, I'll talk about some sumo techniques. Please look at the picture. I'll talk for techniques. First, oshidashi is to push the opponent out of the ring with your palm. Second, yorikiri is by pushing your body out of the ring so that your body is in close contact with other person's body. Third, hatakikomi is by grabbing a part of the opponent's body and defeating the opponent on the ring. Finally, tsukiotoshi is to defeat the opponent by pressing it down. If you have a time, try sumo. This concluded our presentation. Thank you for listening.